Going on, y'all? It's day 7 of the 30-day challenge. Got my full weekend testing this thing. All right, so right now I'm going to talk about audio. So there's different kinds of audio for different types of situations. This one is a hot shoot mount, they call it, and it attaches to the top of the camera, the top of a mirrorless or DSLR cameras, hot shoot, boom, slides in there. This is just for display purposes. I'm not necessarily, boom, you can plug it in, mic here. This is cool for necessarily running gun situations, maybe some sort of like behind the scenes type of thing. That one was probably like 150 or something like that. If you want the bigger one, they can let you hear it from a little bit further. That might cost you a little closer to 3. Okay, so I'll do the most expensive one at the end. Second is going to be the more affordable one of the group, and that's going to be from Rode. And that Rode is going to be, I think it's called the Rode Lavalier Pro or something along those lines. Anyway, the lav mic is for some along the lines of you can put it underneath where people can kind of walk around where they don't have to worry about a visible microphone or it clipped onto their shirts or anything like that. Now, of course, this could clip onto your shirts. This can clip on the suits underneath the tie. This can the lavalier. That's why it's called lavalier mic. But anyway, this is more for one person. This could be a little like you're doing some sort of, you want to move around with your hands. You don't want to sit there and speak into a mic. As far as physically, as if it was not necessarily this, but something along the lines of inside, where you have to talk inside of the range in order to hear yourself properly. So the cons of this though is the wire. The cons of this is it doesn't go so far. It's just right there, and it drains your battery a little bit also. So let's see. So there's the Rode. I also have the Shure SM7B. That's the podcast mic. That one is very niche, low key. Yeah, it has done some music before too, but unless you're stationed in one area and you have to be very close to it. The environment doesn't have to be too quiet, but it does require phantom power. So it does have to be stationary. You're not really moving it around. Another one that uses phantom power is the Sennheiser MKH416, I think it is. I have that here also. That one is a little more for. It's also stationary because it needs phantom power, but you can sit there and move around. You don't have to talk into something. There's nothing that obstructs the view. So those are something cons about those. The Sennheiser and the Shure SM7B is that they're stationary and they have to, you can't really go too far with them because they need phantom power. So you can't just plug it into the little mic port in your camera or connect it or whatever. So those are cons about that. Also, the con about the Sennheiser is that it's $1,000 USD or somewhat around that. The Shure SM7B, I think you could find it for about 400 USD, but you also need the Cloud Lifter, and that's like 1 or 150. Then you have to buy the extra XLR cord, and if you want the Mogami ones like I have, it's not gonna be in the cheaper side of it. You also are gonna need a I have a Focusrite 2i2 second gen. It I forgot what it's called. Please help me out if you guys can with the comments. If I remember, I'll say it later. But it's the Scarlett 2i2 second gen. You need that in order to get the audio a little bit better, and then you have to have the mics and the adapter, or the adapter for the cord. So anyway, it's a little inconvenient that you have to sit there and mess with all of these things just to start with the camera. So they are great mics though. Some of the highest quality you can get audio out of anything are going to be with those mics, that are going to be on the affordable end for the everyday person type of thing. So, like those are the cons, but the pros audio, you ain't finding better, kind of. So, or for the, not for any cheaper than that, I guess. Next is going to be this wireless mic, the DJI Mic 2. To me, this takes the cake every single time. Yes, you can, it shows or whatever. But I mean, for my style of videos, for my style of run and gun type of, go and get it, that's what I need. If I need to be able to hurry up and go and get somewhere and use and pick up the camera and do all of that, and or set the camera down and get to moving around, this is where it's at. It has the noise cancellation too, but it's kind of quiet in here, so I don't really need to do that. Hydrate. It's also a good message, so give you a couple seconds to do that. So, but you're gonna need audio. You are going to need audio. So the Rode, probably a dub, $20 or something like that, 30 USD. Plug and play. You might need a dongle to go with it, but the dongle might be almost as much as the microphone. But that'll get you, hurry up, and if you want to start off with something, that'll be it. If you don't want to buy a creator combo, if you don't want to really invest that much, if you just want to try to sit there and just get your content going and flowing and seeing if people like it, seeing if you think it's going to be worth it to you or not, the investment of actually going and doing it, then that might be something that you might want to try. So that, like I said, is the most affordable. The second most affordable, surprisingly, is this DJI. Now, without the receiver, I don't know if it comes with the receiver or not. It may, but it's about $100 USD. That's cheaper than this hot shoot mic, which if I would have known that earlier, I wouldn't have purchased this. I've only used this a few times in the field, that doing what I do. So I mean, it was some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, audio was good enough, but I wanted more. So there's that. And then, like I said, I'm using this. You're going to see me use this every day. The Sennheiser, $1,000 to be stationary, but some of the clearest audio. And then the SM7B, it's just bulky in the way. That's the one that I don't like the most, kind of, because it's just in the way. It covers up a third of the screen type of thing. Not really a third, probably like an eighth, but still, it covers up a portion of the screen. It doesn't allow people to be cool, to be, moving around and be themselves, because they have to lean forward in order to do that. And you want people to have the freedom to be moving around and doing things. Those I might use at a later date for another project. So there's that for the audio. Well, that's the audio that I've tried. The audio that I recommend, I guess, is this. This video is not sponsored either, just by me, I guess. But next, maybe I'll talk about other gear for cameras, depending on what you guys want. Lights, I have different lights. I have flashes. I have different lenses. We could talk about what the lenses are good for next. How about that? I might speak one lens at a time, and then we'll figure out different photos and whatnot to be able to pair with it. But holla at your boy, man. Hit that like and subscribe button if y'all still watching, man. Let's go.